For this video, we're going to spend quite a lot of time in protraction. So we're going to spend a lot of the movements, and then most of them are going to be isometric holds. And we're going to do with most of the movements is you're going to round your shoulder blades forwards, and you're going to do the hold in that position. So each one, you're going to do 3 10-second isometric holds, then move on to the next movement. And then once you've done the circuit, you can complete that between 1 and 3 times, or you can do it once and then do it later in the day. Then later in the day, it's much more of a short, sharp bursts where you can try and add these into the day as much as you can to create as much stability as you can. If you spend a lot of time doing some pressing movements, like a lot of press ups or anywhere where you're retracting a lot in your shoulder blades, this can help quite a lot to push the other way, you know. So the first one, on your knees, round your upper back, and then from there, push down on your feet and on your hands, and then just lift your knees off the floor. Hold for 10 seconds. And relax. Come out of the position. And go reset, round, hands create contact, feet create contact. You make these as hard or easy as you want to, but the goal is to create as much contact with the floor with your hands, almost like you do with your feet if you're squatting. And we're going to do that 3 times. Brace. Push your hands into the floor. Next one. Very similar movement. Hands are out more in front of you. Feet don't leave the floor. You're going to push up onto your wrists. So if I just pause that for a sec, so you notice what happens, your hands go out, you go onto your forearms like you do in a plank, and then you go from there, push with your wrists, and just lift your elbows off the floor a little bit. Hold for 10 seconds. Still trying to create that round as much as you can in your upper back. Once you've done that, relax. We're going to do that 3 times. Next one, hands out that a little bit further. You're not lifting anything this time, you're literally just pushing your hands down into the floor, but your arms are completely straight. And then when you relax, just let your forearms drop down onto the floor, and then as you create tension again, create tension and your arms lift. onto your back. So exercise number 4. So what you're going to do with this one is you're going to push your arms into the floor while not pinching your shoulder blades back too much. So you're trying to keep your spine and everything real neutral. So what you'll see in a second, as I lift my arms up, I'll protract forward, so I'll push my shoulders forwards, and then as I come down, try to bring them closer down to my waist, and I'm not letting my shoulder blades retract back. Once they hit the floor, squeeze down. I'm making a fist because I find it easier to squeeze with a fist. Protract out. I'm just resetting there because I felt my natural reaction to pinch my shoulder blades back together. So I just reset. And the next one, same concept, but you're going to be in a wider hand position, like you're doing a bench press or like you're doing a press up. Pull the shoulder blades apart, bring yourself down until you touch the floor, and then push against the floor up to 10 seconds. Three of those. Then once you've done that, you have a couple of options. Either just that's enough and you do it throughout the day, or you can take sort of a minute to 2 minutes off and complete that cycle another 2 to 4 more times. And then that'll really help just if you're doing a lot of pressing at the moment, or if you're getting any pain like in protraction or any away from the body, that'll help with easing that pain.